They're really taking their time swapping this Jace and the Gragas. The clock's running down.
You think there could be a mid lane, jungle Jace? Hasn't been seen in professional play.
They'd have to swap it right now.
Wow.
Okay. Well, I have to scratch off my sheet here for another time. So
jungle
Gragas
Jace is
pretty much all of the little ones. He's only picked up 1 minion thus far.
Big commitment. Good AoE on the side of Ever8, so you have to be careful here if you're CJ.
Well, he doesn't have to use the smite at least, so.
In the Jace to the jungle. Of all the flexes we considered, this was not one of them. As we're going to look at some of the leash ranges.
We were figuring out some pretty complicated swaps too.
Jungler like Graves, given that his level 6 not actually a meaningful skill or new skill. The big thing is, he actually reminds me a bit of Lee Sin because your burst combo on ganks is very, very high. Accelerated Shock Blast into past even when Jace's numbers were higher, because remember the reliance on tier isn't there, so mana sustain is a lot more straightforward for the Jace getting through the jungle when his mana costs were buffed recently.
Well, straight into the face, that Shock Blast there. Candy gets chunked down, winged down, joining in the mid lane, but can't do a whole. He's dashed into the brush here. And now it's going to be the chain coming down, septed low. Collateral damage could finish him off, but a nice run to the side takes him out to safety. Now the jump in from Balrog gets the E off onto wing, popping him away as the Stand United will not be complete.
Nice to say, hasn't been played much.
Oh, hello. Balrog. Finding a couple there. They're going to mitigate a lot of that damage with his own shield. The Skies forward, looking for wings, he's low on mana. Ease him back up the river, trying to get the hits in, slowing him up with the red buff. Wild Growth comes through, pops him up, and that's going to be the first blood coming through. Balrog.
The best way for us to look at it at this point. Jace is back again.
Yeah, try brush. Warded out, finds a hit onto Pure. Can't make his way in close enough, doesn't want to go on.
Reminds me of a long time ago when Insect played the jungle Nasus and just walked up and pushed lanes. They can do so much fast pushing, insane pushing ability with 3-point hyperdrive Jace.
Well, the wave clear now coming through.
That's why they invest Scepted as well.
Last second. Now Cj Entis will have the upper hand. Chain comes down, Balrog gonna get flash taunted in by Soul. Gets a smack in, knocking him underneath the turret, but
Right, we'll try and square up the map. That's their big hope. As Wing's caught.
Ashera comes through, and actually the red buff gets taken away here by Balrog, dashing in, now comes up with a kill. Good little collapse here.
Turn onto the turret. Watch this turret go away.
Looking around. At least for the moment, looking for duel, maybe a collapse onto him. Soul shows himself though, so duel will be safe. Meanwhile, Balrog, gotta get locked down with the chain. Even with the flash coming through, and now the taunt lands.
Lulu speed up, everyone DPSing down Baron. LeBlanc tried to be tricky, but died to the Baron auto attack, was out of the fight one way or the other. And now it's suddenly a free Baron, and suddenly may condemn CJ to another season in Challenger.
The 3v5 at Baron, a CJ Entis story. They come out very much on the opposite side of that.
Of a QR from the winged on the Graves.
Only one more inner turret standing in the top lane as they look for this inhibitor one in the bottom side. Soul getting chunked out, goes low, has to back off towards that fountain, doesn't have a GA. The poke is just coming through Veritas, knocked down to half.
Went all in onto Duel to try and get the first pick. Duel, who did turn the fight so deftly around the Baron, launched Ever8 into the advantage, but there is still a team fight around Baron that is won by CJ Entis, as Ever8 showed with the reverse of that.
Well, they start this up. Shot Barrage comes through to scout this out. Helper coming through with the teleport. Does he complete this? Yes, he does. He's able to body slam over the wall, and the Baron is just getting credit down for the rest of Ever8. They are able to take this one away. Frontline as comfortably as he has been. Nice shock blast in on the Veritas. Will be answered by the Redemption as they get popped back up with the turret. But the turret does go down. You see Veritas firing away. He's able to work down Helper to about half HP. So doing what he needs to, getting this early poke in before they go in for the fight. And the top side of the map will be threatened rather soon.
Speaking of threat, Winged already takes super low.
Look at Scepted pushing it so far forward ahead of the rest of his team. As they going low yet again, Balrog goes in, gets the smite, Elder Dragon plus 2 buffs
dead.
over to Ever8, and they already have the kills coming through. The Ash Arrow doesn't need to connect. The kill is picked up by Balrog, who's fearlessly charging forward, trying to finish off the last 2 members of Veritas and Pure. They'll get taken down in the end. The chase too strong. The super creeps onto the Nexus, and Ever8 have done it. 41 minutes on the clock. They'll keep their hopes alive as they take down CJ Entis with a 2-0. And as for